Hey guys, welcome back. This week we're going to talk about all those tiny little kit parts that are required to build a Snowtrooper. Costumes of Star Wars. You're looking at this and you see all the vac form pieces and I think it's a vac form costume, but it's not. There's a lot to the costumes. It was more than just vac forming. The way that they used the vac formings was innovative and it won them the Oscar. But they didn't just vac form the pieces and then kind of sit around scratching their heads. The costume department knew what they were doing when they were putting these together. They were experienced in building costumes and they just adapted their methods and techniques to suit vac form plastic. So how do we get from the vac form pieces and all the soft parts to a built armour? Well, there's an awful lot of tiny little components, and these little components are usually the thing that holds us up, because we have to have a huge range of little bits and bobs to finish off a build. Because we offer so many different costumes at any one time, staying on top of all these components takes up a lot of time, and that time, while we're ordering and sourcing and scouring and looking for these components, means we're not building props. And that's why we're trying to change things so that we've got more time to build and we're wasting less time chasing down all these bits. But let's have a look at some of these bits. Let's just take a look, because there's a couple of little things that's interesting. So before we build any suit, it's not just the big pieces that you can see, the vac forming and all the obvious stuff. There's all of these little bits and pieces. Probably not going to be much on this one now, so I've built it up. But there's all these components that we need to build a suit. So let's just have a quick look at it. You probably don't even consider all the little workings that are involved to hold it all together. So we have some foam to fill out them pockets so they don't look, well, empty. We have some straps that we have made for the boots, and then we have various bits of webbing. These are to hold the backpack in place, or the battery pack. These are definitely for that. These are the little Velcro pieces that we need. We need 6 of these for each suit. We have the buttons, the little red buttons off the chest piece. We need 3 of those. We need a bunch of Chicago screws for holding on the boot straps. Debatable whether they were Chicago screws, but that's what people like, or rather, if you don't use them, they don't like it. Elastic for the knees. Nice thick 4-inch elastic. A couple more straps. Well, what have we got here? We've got some elastic. I don't know whether the straps are... I'm not an expert on putting these together, I must admit. Paul should have done this, but he's not here, so you got me. We've got some elastic and various other bits of strapping, webbing strapping for putting the side pieces in. We've got the little brackets that are required, again for the side piece. we've got the metal greebly. For the belly, we need one of these little side buckles to help make it a little bit more adjustable for you guys. We have an aluminium plate which the buttons go onto. We have a couple of washers that we use for putting it together. We have some nylon screws, and we have another little greebly piece, the mixing desk T-piece. Obviously we have gloves, and then we have some Velcro. You need all of this, otherwise your vac form pieces are incomplete. So it's quite involved. As you can see, we have to keep on top of all of these bits, make sure that we've got the correct amount of these. And you're probably thinking, oh, that's not difficult. And believe me, there's always something missing, because just take away the Velcro pieces because they're in post or they're on back order from the supplier, and we now can't complete that whole kit. So all of these bits are important. That's really the point. One component's missing and we are unable to complete a suit, which can be annoying, because if we built the whole thing, then it's sat around here and people are emailing us saying, when's my suit going to be finished? And we're like, when those dudes decide that they're going to get these in stock or send them or whatever. I could currently do 7 Snowtroopers before I need to start ordering new stuff. And that's the way we're looking at it. And the reason for that is, as you can see, all the little bits and bobs and components that we need to source from somewhere, and if we can't get them, then we've got a problem. So there you go. This is a little insight into how we put together a Snowtrooper commission.